Hey guys, it's the Gray Bird, and welcome back to another Angry Birds video. So what I'm going to be doing today is, I'm going to be making an Angry Birds Toons episode tier list. I found this here tier list on Tier Maker, right here, and we have all the Angry Birds Toons episodes. I actually wasn't expecting to find this. I thought I might have to make one myself, but luckily I don't, because I really don't feel like putting like what 100 and freaking like 10 episodes of Angry Birds Toons on here. But yeah, I wanted to do this because like recently, like I think it was in like early March, Angry Birds Toons turned 10 years old, which is like crazy because I remember when it first came out. Like I'm kind of getting at the age where all the stuff I grew up with as a child is turning 10 years old. So yeah, to like celebrate, like it's very late, I know, but to like still celebrate, I wanted to make this definitive Angry Birds Toons episode tier list. So here are the tiers. Okay, so this is like GH. I've never seen something like GH. I thought it just ended at F. I'm gonna get rid of these just because they aren't really necessary, are they? Same thing with SS plus. Like that's going a bit overkill. Like, look, I like Angry Birds Toons, but like, chill out, man, chill out. Okay, so this is good. S A B C D E F. Okay, we all know how tier lists work. I don't need to go through it. Let's just get started right here. Okay, so these are like not in order at all. So I'll just go from here. Here's the first one, Chuck Time. So yeah, Chuck Time's the first episode of Angry Birds Toons. Like, you know, it's pretty good, you know? Like, it's pretty simple, but like, I mean, it's one of the earlier episodes. Like, for the earlier episodes, like, I think, like, up until, like, episode 13, they had, like, this, they had a different animation style that I'm honestly not really a fan of. I think after, 13, when they switched to, like, the more hand-drawn style, it looked a lot better. So, like, for the first, like, few episodes, like they just didn't really look as good as the other ones. But you know, still, honestly, just because this is such an iconic episode, should put in high B tier or low A tier. I put in high B tier. I don't think it's like an A tier episode, but I still think it's pretty good. Okay, I don't remember I don't remember which episode's the second one. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look up an Angry Birds Toons episode list on my phone right here. Okay, Where's My Crown? That's the second episode. I don't know. I never really like enjoyed this episode like a lot. Like it's not bad, but I mean it's just kind of. I would say it's just kind of a bit boring, you know. Like I don't know. I just never really had like a fondness for this one. Even when I was like younger, I remember watching this and I was just like, yeah, it's fine. Like King Pig loses his crown, everyone doesn't recognize him. Just I think like do like the same exact plot like a little bit later. But yeah, I think this is going in maybe like high D tier, or maybe like C. I feel like we have too many tiers here. Okay, like do we need like three bad tiers here? I'm getting rid of the E tier too. We don't need E tier, do we? We just need just a D and F tier. Yeah, I think that makes most sense. Like, you know, if we skip E, just say it's like grading. You know, there's no E grade for some reason. They just go from D to F. I don't know why they do that, but I think this is going in like a high D tier, just because I didn't really care all that much for it. All right, Full Metal Chuck. Where is this one? Okay, here it is, Full Metal Chuck. I like this episode. This episode's good. I think should I put it in A tier? I don't know, it's funny, right? Like I enjoy, like especially like the end where like Chuck puts on like all that stuff, and then like the blues trick him to like launching himself into like a mountain, just getting him stuck here. Then they go to sleep. This episode's good. I like it. Is it an A tier? I think it's like a high B tier, just because I like this episode. It's good. Yeah, I'm not really gonna like say a lot about these episodes, because like what, there's like over 100 freaking Angry Birds Toons episode. If I like give like a full in-depth review of every single one, like we're not gonna get anywhere, are we? So it's gonna say like a few words, like whether or not I like it, like I don't know, maybe something specific that I like about it, but I'm not really gonna go in depth into like like a full review of the episode. Who do you think I am? You know, freaking LS Mark. Next episode is Another Birthday. This episode's like sweet, you know, like something I like about Angry Birds Toons, and like specifically this one, just Angry Birds Toons in general, is that they give like a lot of attention to the pigs as well. It's not just about the birds, but it's also about the pigs. I like this one. Like it's sad seeing the pig. Everyone doesn't care about his birthday, but at the end, we're like they're all celebrating. Like that's sweet. Shows the life of the pigs in Angry Birds, and it actually kind of sucks. So I don't know. It's not very funny though, but I'll put it in like C tier. I think it's like a high C tier. Okay, egg sounds. This one's I think this one's also like a C tier. I don't know. It's just not this is the episode where like they make the sounds and like the Matilda, Chuck, and Red think that the eggs are alive. Yeah, I think this is like a C tier. C tier is like the episodes that are just like, you know, like average. Like I don't really think much of them. They're just pretty good, you know, but nothing special. All right, Pig Talent. I really like this episode. This one's a really good one. Should I put in A tier or should I put in a high B tier? Because I feel like there are episodes that I think like are better that should go in like A tier, but I don't know. I really like this episode. It's funny. Like freaking all the pigs showing off like all their like talents. Well, they're not really talents. They kind of don't know what they are. Well, like the King Pig laughs with the balloon. That's good. I think this is going like a high B tier. You know, I'll move this up into A tier, like a low A tier. I think it actually is good enough to be like a low A tier. All right, next up, Cordon Black. I love that name. It's good. I think this is also gonna go in B tier. Like it's funny seeing like all the ways they get rid of the food because Matilda's food is so freaking terrible. Also like how they accidentally stop all the pigs from getting the eggs. That's good. I think this is like a B tier. It's gonna be B tier. Okay, True Blue. I just realized that there's like a question mark at the end of it. So like, is this supposed to be a question? Like, True Blue? Is he a true blue? I don't know. You guys are the ones asking the question. How am I supposed to know? I think this one's a B tier. This one also has like Piggy McCool in it. It's like the first appearance of Piggy McCool, which is like, you know, S tier Angry Birds character. So I think this belongs in B tier. B tier from Blue. Yeah, B tier for Blue. That's what it stands for. Okay, Do As I Say. I think this one's also a B tier. Yeah, not really much to say about this one. It's okay. Maybe even move it down to high C tier. I don't know. Nothing really too special about this one. I guess there's a part where freaking one of the blues it turns white and looks like Matilda. That was pretty funny, but that's really it. All right, Off Duty. This is going in A tier. This is a very good episode. I really a classic episode. I really like it. This one's good. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. It's just a very good episode. Very iconic episode. Big fan. Same thing. Slingshot 101. Okay, actually, funny story. Remember Scratch? Like Scratch, like that coding site for like toddlers, but like I used to have a Scratch account, and like for some reason I would like when making my username I called myself Slingshot 101 after this episode. I named my Scratch account after this episode, so that has to like count for something, right? Maybe. Oh, this is another very good episode. I specifically remember that one part where like Red's like imagination, whatever it's called, like his vision, right? Where King Pig, he's like evil and he beats the blues and eats the eggs. I remember that part like really terrified me as a kid. You know, like it's one of those childhood trauma things, I guess. But yes, Slingshot 101 is an A tier episode. Oh, and Thunderchuck back to back, another A tier episode. I also really like Thunderchuck. I think out of like all the like pre-new animation style ones, this is probably my favorite. I just like Chuck. Okay, he's my favorite character in Angry Birds Toons. So the Chuck episodes definitely get some extra points because I like them. Gardening with Terrence. Okay, now this is the first episode where they use like the newer animation style. I don't really care for this one. I think it's like a C tier. It's just like, you know, kind of mid, honestly. Oh, but next up we have Dopies on a Rope, our first S tier. This, like, okay, I don't think this is my favorite Angry Birds Toons episode, but it's like, for my opinion, like the most iconic one, like to me personally. What is nostalgia? Like I watched this episode a lot when I was young, but I just really love it, especially like the end where like they make the blues make the pigs to like the Newton's cradle with like the rock, and then like that part's so good. Like the music too at that part where like goes at the end, like do 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 do, like that song. I really love that. I really wish that they actually officially released like an Angry Birds Toons soundtrack, because there's like a lot of good songs in it that you kind of don't really get to hear a lot because it's you have to like listen to it under the normal episode. Yeah, Dopey's on a Rope, love this one. Trojan Egg, I don't know, this one's kind of dumb. I didn't really enjoy this one all that much. Double Take is pretty alright. I think it's like a low B tier. Yeah, I think low B tier is good for that one. Oh, Crash Test Piggies. This is another S tier. This is another one of my favorite episodes. I think this might just be my favorite episode. I think there are some, like, a few that are better than it. Should I put it above Dopey's on a Rope? I think Dopey's on a Rope is a bit better. But I really love Crash Test Piggies. I like how this one gives, like, personality to, like, the pigs in Angry Birds. Like, it shows how, like, one of them at least is, like, scared to, like, be in these weird contraptions, which I find, like, actually, like, you know, gives them more personality as opposed to just, like, I don't know, like, mindless bad guy minions. This episode's just like really funny with like all the slapstick and all like the failed contraptions, which are very good. So yeah, this is going to get S tier. Love this one. Okay, and Run Chuck Run. This is another like super iconic episode. Should I put S tier or A tier? I think this one's really good, but I think it's like a high A tier. It's a classic, you know. Hypno Pigs. I think this is like a lower A tier. All the stuff that like they do to Red when he's hypnotized is really funny, but that's really it. This is only like a A tier. Eggs Day Out. This is like a B tier. Not really much to say about that. Gauge Crashers. Chuck getting hurt is funny, but that's really about it. This is just going to get a B tier. Hog Roast. This is another A tier episode. I love this one. It's very funny. Like like these firefighter pigs literally just make the fire worse. You know, this shows how incompetent these freaking pigs are. The Bird That Cried Pig. This is another A tier episode. Is it above? I think it's like a bit lower than Hog Roast. This is another A tier episode. I love this one. Especially like love that song where like, you know, where Chuck's having that fantasy of you know, like the all the birds loving him. Like that song goes like down now 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 now. I really love that song. But yeah, also how Chuck literally just trips over and like throws the eggs to Bomb, and Bomb gets all the credit. That's kind of sad, but you know, Chuck kind of deserved it, you know, because he hid the eggs in the first place. Okay, Ham Shank Redemption. I like this one for like the parody of Shawshank Redemption. Never actually watched Shawshank Redemption, but you know, I'm assuming it's something like this. It involves a freaking pig escaping jail. I know this one's alright. This is going like a high C tier. Green Pig Soup. I don't know. I never really cared for this one. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's going in D tier. I don't know. It's kind of boring, honestly. I feel like I try to do like a horror parody, like a little bit for this one, like with Matilda. But I just don't think they go far enough, right? Like it's just not very entertaining. There's not really a lot of jokes in it. It's just like meh. Catch of the Day. This is like a low B tier. I like it, especially like the part where they accidentally catch Terrence. that part's funny, but that's really it. Nighty Night Terrence. This is like another. I think this is like a higher B tier. Okay, Piggy Wig. I actually mainly remember this episode for like the. You guys remember like the funny voiceover things that they used to do on the Angry Birds YouTube channel with like the voice actor of Chuck? That's like what I remember this one for.
It makes me look like Billie Eilish.
That was pretty good, but the episode itself is like a I don't know, it's like a C tier. Pig Plot Potion. This one has like a cool idea, like Chef Pig turning red into like a pig. That's actually really a really cool idea, but I don't know, it's just not very funny. Is like my problem with it. It's like a lower C tier. Tooth Royal. I don't know. This one's like a. So I see like a pattern here. A lot of the King Pig episodes are like a D tier. I don't know. I just don't really like King Pig as a character. I think it like works, but like I just don't really like the episodes that are like fully focused on him. I don't know. I'm just not really a huge fan. Night of the Living Pork. I honestly never really enjoyed this episode all that much. I mean, Bubbles is in it, which is like good, but he's really like the only like actually good part about it. Everything else is just kind of boring, honestly. I think it's like a low C tier. But Bubbles keeps it out from getting a D tier because I really like Bubbles. King of the Castle. This is actually a really good one. I think it's like a high B tier. Like the part where they're like he like gets like a King Pig gets like an entire construction freaking team to like build like an actual castle. That's like really good, but I think it's like a high B tier. Maybe like not as good as these ones, but like right here. Love is in the air. This one is weird. King Pig falls in love with a cabbage. What? This guy is he's not okay. I like this one. This is like a low B tier. I don't know, maybe like a bit higher than. I think this place is good right here. Fired Up. This one's like a different like animation style than like the normal one for some reason. It's like flash animated for some reason. I don't know. Not really a huge fan of the way this one looks. But yeah, it's like a C tier. I didn't really care for this one all that much. Clash of Corns. I like how the episode title is a reference to Clash of Clans. But I mean, aside from that, it's just like another like a pretty meh episode, like a C tier. A pig's best friend. I think it's like a the low B tier. I like this one, like how the blues freaking trick King Pig. The thing that he's like some kind of dog or something. I don't know. This one's good. It's going in a B tier. Slumber Mill. This one's okay. Yeah, it's like I think it's like a high C tier. Not even like a high C tier. I think it's like a lower C tier, maybe like a little below 8 cents. I don't know. I think it's like kind of below Clash of Chords too. Jingle Yells. This is probably my least favorite Christmas special. I don't really know. I don't. It's just kind of boring, honestly. Just nothing really too interesting. The only thing really good about it, I think, is like the music, which is like this really like intense, like orchestral version of like what was it? We Wish You a Merry Christmas. I really like the music, but aside from that, it's kind of like I don't know. Like I think it's like a C tier. Maybe I like the Christmas aesthetic though, so I think it's like a high, like a mid C tier. El Porcador. This is like another one with like Fired Up, where like the animation style is a bit different. I think it's like a high C tier. Maybe like a, yeah, I think like right here is good. I don't think it's like above Garden of Terrence. Yeah, nothing really too interesting about this one. That's El Porcador, which is like a new character, which I like, but yeah, that's really it. Hiccups. This is like another C tier. They're just trying to get rid of the blues hiccups, but nothing really too special. We're getting like a lot of C tiers recently. Not really sure what's up with that, but yeah, just kind of C tier. Same thing with Butterfly Effect. Nothing really too interesting about that. I think Hambo's a bit better for like the Rambo parody. That's pretty funny, but I don't know. Still nothing really too special about that one. Bird Flu, the one that the one that predicted coronavirus. I don't know, looking back at it now, it's kind of funny. But I still think it's like a pretty like average episode. Nothing really too special about it. Going in like a B tier. Piggies from the Deep. This is also going in like a mid C tier. Nothing really too good about this one. Okay, finally, we're done with the freaking like constant C tiers. Oh no, this one's going in A tier. We finally have another really good one. This one's really funny. I like this one. The freaking gnome is like really good. Like I love how like throughout the entire episode, as Matoto keeps trying to get rid of it. It like keeps degrading until it's just like the music like completely distorted. It's like completely broken. That's really good. Then Chuck becomes a gnome, which is like really funny. So yeah, this is going in A tier. Shrub It In. This is like a high B tier. It's pretty good. Like I like how the blues, like how do they distract Matilda, that with like the magic show, and like I remember one of the blues about cutting the other one in half. That was pretty good. The Truce, and this one's like a, I think it's like a higher C tier, put above Piggywig. I don't know, nothing really too special about it, it's just kind of okay. Alright, Operation Opera, this is a really good one. Should it go in S tier or A tier? I think it's like a high A tier. I really like this episode. Like the best part is when the pig loses his voice and like Foreman Pig starts singing. It's like really bad. That's really funny. Yeah, this is going in A tier. Maybe even S tier. This is S tier. It's S tier material. I think it's like A tier. Chucked Out. I don't. This one always kind of annoyed me. Like when I was a kid, I remember this one always annoyed me because I thought they were being so mean to Chuck. Like I felt bad for Chuck, and like I know I still kind of do. Part where he grows a beard is pretty funny. Like how does a bird grow a beard? How does that work? But I think this is like a higher at C tier. Bombs Awake. It's like a high B tier. It's pretty good. But yeah, we finished season 1 finally, the longest season. So we're halfway there. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh. Living on a prayer. Okay, Treasure Hunt. This one, this one's pretty good. I think this is going in A tier. I don't know. This one, like this one for some reason, like I clearly remember having a dream that was like the exact plot of this episode. Like before recently, I haven't watched the episode in like a few years, but it's like I clearly remember having like a dream, like specifically about the part where like with like the boulder, and then like they're up against the wall, and two of the pigs come out and they get crushed by the boulder. I clearly remember that, seeing that in like a dream or something. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but this is like I don't think it's that good, but as good as the other ones. But I think this is definitely like an A tier. I like this episode. Sweets of Doom, another Bubbles episode. This one's like a lot better than the last Halloween special. Should it go up here? I don't know. I think this one's pretty good. Look, man, I love Bubbles. Okay. I love him. Party ahoy! This one's got another B tier right here. I think the end part is especially like really funny, where like the freaking volcano erupts and freaking assumingly kills everybody, because like I don't see anyone like getting away from this. Completely covers the island and then just sinks in the ground. And like those people have to be dead, right? Like there's no way they survived that. But yeah, B tier. This one's pretty good. Hide and Seek, another I think lower C tier. Yeah, I think like another lower C tier, I think like below Gate Crashers. Sink or Swim. This is like one of my favorite episodes growing up, but now when I watch it, is like I mean it's fine. It mostly just consists of Red trying to swim, but I don't know, nothing like too good. I think it's like a high C tier. Super Bomb, more like super mid, because this is this is a pretty average episode. Nothing really too special about it. Going in C tier. Just So, weirdly enough, now that I'm looking back on it, we don't really have like a lot of Red episodes, like episodes focusing on Red in Angry Birds Toons, which is kind of weird since he's like the main character of the series. This one's good though. I think this is like it's going somewhere in B tier. I don't think like right here is good. Yeah, like we need more Red episodes, okay? I know I know the series ended, Rovio, but make more Red Angry Birds Toons episodes. Come on, what are you doing, man? This is why Sega bought you. All right, here it is, the haha funny Angry Birds Toons sex episode. This was so weird to me, because like I clearly remember watching this like as a child, right? Like I clearly remember watching this as a child. Like I specifically remember how I didn't really enjoy this episode all that much when I was a child, just because like it just wasn't really entertaining to me. Like now I know why this episode wasn't entertaining to me, because I didn't understand anything that was freaking happening in this episode, because like this entire episode is just like freaking sex innuendos and stuff. Like now looking back on it, it really is pretty funny, just like how much they got away with this episode. Like if I remember right, they had to like issue out an apology or something. I don't remember. This one's a doozy. I feel like I have to put this in A tier, just for like the sheer balls Rovio had to actually make a freaking Angry Birds Toons sex episode. But yeah, this is like one of the most well-remembered episodes, just solely because of the the themes around it. So I have to put this in A tier. It's such a iconic episode. You know, really for all the wrong reasons though. Cave Pig. This one's kind of mid, honestly. I think it's like a lower C tier. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy this one all that much. Joy to the Pigs. Now this one, I love this one. I think this is going in S tier. This is probably my favorite Christmas special out of all the 3 ones that they did. Yeah, this is definitely an S tier one. It's heartwarming, right? Like seeing Terrence like go around delivering all the presents. It's funny and it's also heartwarming. Also like ties into like the holiday song that they did like for 2014 with like the Terrence becoming Santa Claus. I like how it like tied into that. You can even like hear like a bit of the song at the very end of the episode. But yeah, this is like S tier. Dogzilla. I think it's like funny how like all the pigs are afraid of the freaking toy dog. But I mean, aside from that, it's just kind of like okay. I think it's like a middle B tier. Boulder Bro, this is going in A tier. This is actually pretty good. I think it's kind of like sad how freaking Chuck has a boulder to be friends with, because he has freaking no friends. I like Chuck in the series because he's like a loser. It's pretty funny. This is the Boulder Bro is going in at A tier. Chuck Mania, this one's also pretty good. I don't think it's quite as good as Boulder Bro. I think it's like a higher B tier. Not Without My Home, but this is literally the exact same plot as Where's My Crown, but with like Corporal Pig instead of King Pig. It's like going like the same place. I guess like slightly better. I like this one like a bit more. But yeah, like they have like the same exact plot. They're not really all that different. Mona Lisa. This is probably my favorite season 2 episode. This is going in S tier. I really love this episode. It's really funny. Like again, Go Fuck a Boulder Bro. Chuck in the series is like such a loser. Like he's going out on a date with a freaking rock. What's the Chuck and boulders? Why is Chuck so into boulders like that? I really especially like how like he has to, like quickly switch to play the different roles, like the waiter and also going on the date too. That's really funny. Like at the end where it also becomes his girlfriend too. Like seriously, Chuck, Chuck is really down bad in this one. You're simping for a boulder, Chuck. What's wrong with you? Okay, Sir Bomb Hamelot. This is going in A tier. And I especially love at the end where like the prize is revealed to be a freaking statue of King Pig, and like they both kill themselves. I wouldn't want it either. I'd do the same thing. I don't blame them. Also, that's like the freaking like buff pig in it, like the muscular pig, which I feel like appears a lot in season 2. I don't know why they use him a lot, but yeah, this was going in A tier. Bearded Ambition, this one's like a meh. I didn't really care for this one. This is going in like a low C tier. All right, Cold Justice, this is going in A tier. Is it better than Burn a Cried Pig? I think it is. I think it's like better than Hog Roast Steam. I actually really like this one. We also get to see freaking the muscular pig again. He's pretty good, especially like the part where he's just like smacking the goals into like the goal thing, the net. That part is good. I like this episode. A tier. Slow the Chuck down. I can tell they had fun naming this one. This is another A tier. I also really like this episode. I don't think it's quite as good as like a Cold Justice. This is going like below Oh No. This one's good. Chuck just like slowly putting the plant down into the hole. I think it's like especially funny because like they don't have arms, right? So it's literally just floating right next to him. Yeah, A tier material. Okay, we got a lot of A tiers like in a row so far. So let's keep this up. Okay, let's keep up the momentum. And yes, we do keep up the momentum. Brutal versus Brutal, another A tier. I'm also a big fan of this one. They get that muscular pig in it again. Especially like the Rocky parody in this one, like Chuck, like running through the streets and like up the steps to the castle. That's pretty funny. Like at the end, they can't even fight because they're too tired because they trained so much. Then all the pigs begin fighting, and then they just watch them. That's really good. This is definitely an A tier episode. Eating out who? That was not funny. I'm so sorry. This one's kind of meh. Didn't really care all that much for this one, and I don't know. It's going in like a C tier. It's okay, I guess. The Great Eggscape. This is pretty good. The FBI pig is good, but yeah, this is like a higher, like a I don't know, like a higher B tier. I like this one. It's pretty good. Sleep Like a Hog. King Pig trips out on like freaking anesthesia or something. Yeah, this one's pretty alright. This is like a mid B tier, I think. I don't know, I'll put like above Eggs Day Out, maybe. Yeah, like I think right there is good. Bombina. This one's kind of meh. I don't know. Like I think like the only like really funny part is like the end where freaking Bob dresses up a bomb as like Corporal Pig, and Corporal Pig falls in love with it, and then he just freaking explodes. Like Bomb has canonically killed someone. This is going like C tier. Pig Possessed. King Pig gets possessed by like some kind of demon or something. Well, actually, I think it just turns out that he was choking on something. I don't know, this like kind of scared me, like when I watched it when I was younger, and I'm like, yeah, it honestly is kind of creepy. But I like that now. Now that I'm older, I like how kind of creepy it is. This is like I think this is going like a B tier. Yeah, B tier. B tier is good for this one. Epic Sax Off. Yeah, I think it's like a low B tier. I like the saxophone stuff. Like the saxophone music is pretty good. I think Matilda's like playing like a saxophone rendition of like the Angry Birds theme, which is like a nice little reference there, but it's like a lower B tier. Okay, on to season 3, the final season of Angry Birds Toons. This is definitely the worst season out of the 3. It's not bad, but like I feel like this has like the worst like total like ratio from good to bad episodes. So far I hadn't had any F tier episodes, but I think we might see some in this specific season. So yeah, let's just get started here. Royal Heist, this one's pretty good. I think I actually quite like this one. See Epic Sax Pig again. He doesn't really do much for this one, but yeah, I think it's like a low B tier, and like a bit above Bird Flu. Yeah, I think that's good. Bad Hair Day. This was kind of weird. Like they dye Chuck's hair gray, that he thinks he's old. That I don't know. It's not very like entertaining or anything. I don't know. It's like a lower C tier, I think. Goldie Trotters, and this one's also like kind of meh. I don't know. I like how they tell the story of like three little pigs with freaking pigs and birds. Wait, not three little pigs. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Why did I say three little pigs? I'm getting my fairy tales confused. It's like pretty mid. This is going in C tier. A Fistful of Cabbage. This one is I actually quite like this one. I think it's like a higher B tier. I don't think it's like, yeah, I think that's good. Like a Fistful of Cabbage. I think that's pretty good. Porcula. This is actually my favorite Halloween special out of all of them. King Pig is like a vampire for some reason, which is kind of weird. Also, like, freaking Corporal Pig dies. I think, like, he gets bitten by the freaking King Pig, and then, like, he falls on the ground. Like, what happened? Is Corporal Pig canonically dead? Like, I don't know what happened. What? Yeah, this one's pretty alright. I think it's like a high, a B tier. Didgeridork. Now, this is a very iconic episode in my opinion. I think it's like a high. Should put this like a high A tier. I think this is like a higher A tier. I do really like this episode though, and like honestly, now looking at it, I think I should put like Operation Opera and Run Chuck Run in S tier. I kind of wanted to save S tier like for like really good episodes, but I think like honestly these are like good enough to like for me to put them in S tier. Okay, so yeah, all you Run Chuck Run fans and Operation Opera fans. Okay, I finally did it. They're in S tier now, okay? Are you happy? The Pork Trit, this one's kind of like a lower B tier. I don't know, it's like kind of okay, I guess. Next we have Fix It. This is definitely going in S tier. I don't know. Wait, should I put this in like... Is this the best episode? I think this might be my favorite episode in the entire series. Chuck constantly getting hurt. Terrence like freaking teleporting everywhere. Yeah, I think we found it, guys. My favorite Angry Birds Toons episode. Fix It. S tier. Age Rage. This one, I don't know. I didn't really like this one. This one's like a D tier. It's like a fart joke, which I mean, like, weirdly enough, there has never been a fart joke in Angry Birds Toons up until this point, which I honestly find kind of surprising. Yeah, it's like a D tier, lower D tier. Catching the Blues. Nothing really too interesting about this one, but I think like the most interesting part about it though is like the end where they have like a acapella rendition of like the blues theme, which I actually find to be like really good, but I don't know, it's like a C tier. Nothing really too good about this one. Last Tree Standing, the final Halloween, not Halloween, Christmas episode. Why did I say Halloween? Okay, I've been doing this for like what, like an hour now? I've spent like an hour freaking ranking Angry Birds Toons episodes. Okay, it's really getting to me. This is like a B tier, like a higher B tier. I actually quite like this one. Happy Hippie. This one's kind of weird. I don't know. Matilda's a hippie. Like I know that Matilda's a hippie, but like I don't know. This one's just kind of strange. Not really sure what happens. What's going on in it? I think he's trying to like make Red less angry, but like at the end she becomes super angry. I don't know. It's kind of weird. This is like a lower C tier. Mind the Pony. Actually, I kind of like the idea for this one. Like, the birds and the pigs cause so much destruction, like, every single time they, like, have, like, these battles. So, like, I think, like, showing, like, the destruction, actually making them feel bad about destroying all this stuff, is actually, like, a pretty cool idea, but I just don't think they go far enough with it. Like, you get arrested for some reason, like, the ending is just kind of strange. I don't know, I think they just could have done, like, more with it. It's like a C tier, I think. Robotilda, this is like a higher B tier. I actually quite like this one. Yeah, not really much to say about that one. King of the Ring, this is like a C tier, I think. Like a lower B tier, I think. King Pig getting beat up is pretty funny, but that's really it. Spaced Out, it's like a C tier. Yeah, I think it's like a higher C tier. I don't know, nothing really too special about this one. Battling Butlers is like a high B tier. I actually quite like this one. Exhaustion, I think it's like another actually pretty good one. It's also going in a higher B tier. Short and Special, I don't know, didn't really care all that much for this one. I don't know, like a lower C tier. Hocus Pocus, this is actually pretty funny. Like how he makes like all the people disappear and like they have to get like the freaking FBI to come in and then like put like a rope around them, like make them disappear. That's actually pretty funny. It's like a higher B tier. Romance in a Bottle, this one's kind of weird. Matilda and King Pig fall in love, but when they find out who each other are, they're just like, nah, we're not having this. This one's pretty good. This is like going in like a B tier, I think. The Butler did it. I don't know. This one's pretty good, I guess. Like a lower B tier. Look, man, I've been doing this for like over an hour. Like we're almost done. Let's just get through these so I can like not do so I can do something else. Okay. Whew. Look, man, I've been doing this for like an hour now. Look, there's not that much left. Let's just knock these ones out. Okay, Stalker. Oh, it's like a higher C tier. I didn't really care for this one. Photo chucked. It's like a low C tier. I feel like the end part is funny. Where like it makes you think that Chuck like changed his ways and he's gonna like take a picture from a totem, but it's just a picture of him. It actually caught me off guard. I think that's pretty funny, but ultimately it's like a pretty lower C tier episode. Bake On, another lower C tier. Didn't really care all that much for this one. And finally, I think this is the last one. Wait, what the hell? Okay, there's two. I think they forgot to rank these. So these are like in like season 1 or 2, I think. Yeah, I think these are both like season 1. I think I just forgot to rank these ones. Okay, yeah, Toy Hoggers. I don't know. It's pretty alright. Like a lower C tier. I think like a middle like C tier. I think is good. Yeah, season 3 was not as good as like the first two. I don't know. I think there was just like a lot more like average episodes. I don't know. Just didn't really enjoy it all that much. But I didn't rank these two. Slappy Go Lucky. I think this is like a high, or maybe like a low B tier. I think. And that's pretty okay, I guess. And finally, Sneezy Dubs. This was just kind of sad. like the pig accidentally trips and falls. Like some guy's like smoothie or something. Like he gets like tortured throughout the entire freaking episode. Like this one's just kind of like sad. I feel bad for him. It's going like a lower, I don't know, like a lower C tier. Yeah, you know, actually we didn't have any like F tier episodes. So like yeah, good job. Let's give a round of applause for Angry Birds for not having any F tier F tier episodes. Just gonna get rid of this row. But yeah, here's my final ranking of every single Angry Birds Toons episode. This actually took pretty long, but you know, I'm pretty happy with this ranking. You know, let's see what other people had to say about it though. Okay, this is the only other one that someone put up. Let's see, follow hash crazy here. Okay, yeah, Mona Lisa, got Mona Lisa up here. Thunderchuck. That Living Pork is pretty high. Hambo also is. The Bird That Cried Pig is good. Is up there. That's good. Brutal versus Brutal. Like some of the ones I don't agree with, but you know, there's also like a lot of ones I do agree with up here. They also didn't seem to have like any F tier episodes too. So no, yeah, I think this one's like makes a lot of sense though.
All around the world.
What the hell was that? Shut up. But yeah, anyway, if you like the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, notifications, all the good stuff, and I will see you in the next video.